This is Dane Crawley, and I help business leaders who are operating their companies without earning a profit add more zeros to their bank account. Today's video, we're going to be talking about data analytics for business decision making, harnessing the power of data analytics. Our problem throughout this 52 weeks of digital transformation has been that they have estimated that by 2040, 95% of all purchases will be made online. That is the prediction. So the question is, as always, will you be ready for the transition? Solution: to become ready, you're going to have to make sure you convert your traditional goods and services into some form of a digital product offer. And it doesn't matter if you provide services, it doesn't matter if you sell physical products. You're gonna have to make sure that you have some type of a cash register on your website so that you can collect income, collect revenue. Because if you don't, then you're going to be missing out on a significant bulk of all transactions in the coming future. So let's talk about how we can use data analytics to our advantage so that we can make better business decisions, because that's what it's all about. Serving customers and making a profit is just about making good decisions, good management decisions. And one of those decisions now is understanding how data is an integral part in taking your business to the next level. So again, think of your business like a plane. You're cruising at 10,000 feet, but in order to get some altitude, you're gonna have to make some, flight adjustments. You're gonna have to use some different instruments and tools, but you're gonna have to know how to use them. And so that's what we're going to talk about today when it comes to data analytics. My apologies, data analytics, so that we can have a better understanding of how to use these tools to our advantage, so that we can give some altitude in our business. So, topic number one: the importance of data-driven decision making. The internet is a gift and a curse, and that obviously it connects us, it allows us to get information, entertain ourselves, but it has its dark sides. And when it comes to one of those dark sides, identity theft being a biggie. So, when it comes to customers putting their data into your website or your online applications, you're going to have to start, as we move into the future, there's going to start being more regulations. So let's get ahead of the curve in a sense and start really understanding like what it takes to make our customers' information safe, so that we don't have to deal with any regulatory issues. So again, the importance of data-driven decision making, leads to more targeted and effective business strategies. So, for example, Netflix. Pretty sure you've noticed from time to time how Netflix will recommend certain movies to you based on the movies that you've already watched, or some of the shows or documentaries, whatever you're consuming. Now that's actually a form of that's rooted in data, in that Netflix obviously keeps track of what you're watching, watch time for the most part. And based on that watch time, it knows how to kind of start putting together a profile, a self map of your viewing taste, so that they can just start recommending different things that are relevant to you. For example, the importance of data driven decision making. Action step: begin incorporating basic analytic tools to track customer behaviors, website traffic, and sales data for informed decision making. This is where Google can be your friend. Google has a lot of tools that allow you to keep track of data, collect it, track it, formalize it in a sense. By formalize it, I mean be able to turn into different types of pie charts or other informative tables and whatnot, so that you can be able to see what's happening from like again a data perspective, like what's actually happening, not what you think is happening or what you hope is happening, but based on the numbers, the raw data. you can see how your business is performing so that you can start making better decisions in regards to, who you should be marketing to, where you should be marketing, as well as, who your ideal customers are. Because you might think your customers are one group of people, but it could be somebody totally different. So take advantage of Google Analytics. If you haven't put it on your business website yet, put it up on there, so that you can start keeping track of who's coming in, who's coming out. But once they're in, where they're actually going and where they're actually spending time, so that you can have a better understanding of, a better understanding of what you need to do to make sure that you're making the proper changes that need to be made on your marketing materials. In this case, your website, so that you can improve your performance. Number two, key metrics to monitor for business growth. So you want to make sure that you have some sort of guiding principles, in the sense that provide insights into your business's performance, as well as your customer interactions. And again, one of those tools is going to be Google Analytics, because once you start understanding your data, now you can start identifying key performance indicators, so that benchmarks, clear, concise benchmarks, objectives you need to hit, clear numbers, so that you can start really, really, really growing your business. Because until you have those guiding principles, like where are you going to go? You can't just hop in your plane and say, we're going north. It's like, north where? Having a direction is important, but the next step to that direction is you want to make sure that you put some sort of destination to it. So if we're in California and you say you want to fly north, north could be many different places. So you're gonna have to really clarify what it is, so that people buy into that idea and want to join you on a trip. So there's a big difference between saying, like, you want to fly north compared to you want to fly to Seattle, Washington. Get my point? So let's go ahead. Action step. For key metrics to monitor for business growth, you want to start identifying your KPIs, key performance indicators, that are relevant to your business goals. That's the key part right there. You don't want your KPIs to be, items that aren't even, relative to helping you accomplish your business goals. So when you're thinking of these KPIs, think of them as, three things, in the sense that you got to do, or three benchmarks that you want to hit in your business, that allow you to know that you're moving towards accomplishing your revenue, your profit goal for the business. Okay? So if for example, if you are a bakery, let's stick with our tax accountant example. If you're a tax accountant, and it's time to come set some KPIs, so that you can, start, you want to start identifying, in a sense, some KPIs, so that you can know you're moving towards your business goal on a daily basis. So for example, as a tax accountant, you will want to obviously have something related to client generation. So some sort of goal around, let's just say, we will serve, 30 new clients this year. Like that will be now one of your KPIs, because again, now we're talking about serving clients. So if it's going to be 30 clients, and you got to have to figure out how to get those clients, but based upon your math, as long as you hit these 30 clients, you're going to earn this X amount of revenue. You're going to have that income based upon those sales, and based on, your operating expenses, as well as your taxes, you're going to be left with X profit. And then that's how you can strategically start planning out what you need to do in order to, in order to achieve your business objectives. It's just all planning. Don't get ahead of yourself and try to, hop into the tactics before you have a plan. All right? Moving right along. GDPR. So implementing data privacy measures. So you want to build trust and protect your customers' information. So GDPR compliance, GDPR compliance and handling user data by European businesses. So I'm gonna reason why it's blank because we want to go out real quick. So GDP compliance is a regulation that requires businesses to protect the personal data and privacy of EU citizens for transactions that occur within EU member states, and non-compliance can cost companies dearly. So in the European Union, they have this concept, GDRP, General Data Protection Regulations Compliance, and that governs, how businesses are to handle customer data. Now in America, it's a little different. Let's go back to our slideshow here. So, action step for implementing data privacy measures. In America, it's a little different. You know, as we can see based on the map here, as of today, there's roughly 4 states that have some sort of data privacy regulation. There are multiple states that are pending some sort of regulation, and then there's still multiple states that don't even have it on the books. So, it's important for you to understand, your state and your businesses. If you fall into one of the states that do have some sort of privacy. I'm in California, so we obviously have one. So it's going to be some new homework for me. But you want to make sure that you're abreast of these things so that you don't get hit with, unnecessary fines due to you not meeting certain regulatory issues that you truly didn't know about. But because you're a business owner or the pilot in this case, you're responsible. So, like I said, familiarize yourself with data privacy regulations applicable to your business and implement necessary measures to protect customer data. Because again, we are talking about people's identity, when they're conducting transactions through your website or they're just giving you their contact information. This is these people's livelihood. So, the last thing you want to do is, not take your data security seriously, lax up, and then you find, you get hit from some sort of cyber attack. Now these innocent individuals, their data is now corrupted, and they start getting all these, identity fraud alerts simply because the business that they conducted, the company that they conducted business with really didn't take data privacy seriously. All right. So, question of the video: how do you currently use data to make decisions in your business? What challenges do you face? So think about it and leave a comment below. I'd love to have a discussion with you about this topic. And if you have any questions and want to learn more, feel free to comment Go Digital below and we will get that party started. All right, so this has been a pleasure as always. Dhane Crawley, peace.